So what is going on, ladies and gentlemen? It is Kevin with Optimized Essentials, and I want to cover a question that a lot of people potentially have and experience day to day, and that is, why do I always have so much anxiety, or why am I always anxious? Okay, now I don't know how this feels. I've only felt anxious when I've done drugs, quite honestly, and it's that sensation of feeling as if something's about to happen, something's conjuring up, your heart feels stiff. At least that's the type of anxiety I experienced when I was rolling. But, needless to say, anxiety isn't something I experience day to day. And instantly you may be saying something like, if you don't experience anxiety, how can we take advice from you? Or how is your advice credible if you don't experience anxiety, or you don't know what anxiety feels like? That's the thing. You should take anxiety from me because I don't experience anxiety. I do all of the things that is anti-anxiety. Does it make sense? I don't take antidepressants. I don't take anything that calms my anxiety down because I don't have it. I do the activities that allow me to not have anxiety. And after working out, I feel charged. I feel pumped up. My hormones are up. And I want to share with you all of the things that you need to know and be aware of if you're experiencing anxiety on a day-to-day basis, or at least once a week or regularly, okay? Here's the thing. I made a recent video on how to control your mind, which is one of the biggest sources of your anxiety. And then number two, which I haven't talked about yet, but I'll be talking about today, is everything you do to your body and everything you do not do to your body, okay? So everything you're doing with your body, everything you're not doing with your body, and the way you use your mind. These three things are going to produce the most anxiety in your life, or depression, or stress, or fear, whatever it is, okay? So you need to be very conscious and very in control of all of the things that are going into your mind and all the things that are going into your body, or other things that you are not doing with your body, okay? So let's get right into it. Let's talk about the mind first. How does anxiety start, right? How does depression start? How does rumination start? Well, it starts with what you expose your mind to, okay? I use this concept of having way too many open tabs in your mind, like on your computer. You have this to do. You have your boss to talk to. You have your partner to talk to, or if you don't have your partner, you're always thinking about why you're lonely. You're always thinking about why you don't have friends, why you always think about you're feeling so empty inside. You're always trying to fill the void somehow, right? When you have all these open tasks, open loops in your mind that are running in the background, and then you think about all the things you need to fix in your life, all your health, right? All your money problems, all the things that you have to address in your money. If you're trying to build a website or build a business, you start thinking about all the things you need to get done. You need to start thinking about all the things that you need to address day to day. And if you have all of these things going on in the back of your mind and you haven't closed out on the tabs, what's going on is you're eating away at your memory, right? Your mind is overactive. Everything that's happening is overstimulating your brain, right? You flip on your cell phone, you flip on social media first thing in the morning, and what do? You look at a bunch of information on Instagram, on Facebook, on Snapchat, on Twitter, whatever it is that you are looking at is feeding your mind information. Anything that you're taking in through your five senses, your eyes, what you're hearing, what you're seeing, what you're hearing, what you're eating, what you're smelling, what you're touching, all of this is being inundated. Everything is going into your senses. And the more you have going into your senses, and the more you are not able to detach and close out the things that you have exposed yourself to, the more of that is running on in the background over and over and over and over again, okay? So I want you to understand this. Everything that you've taken in through your senses in the past, whether it be traumatic or not, good or not, it's stored inside of your subconscious. It's stored inside of your mind. It's stored inside of your body as unresolved emotions. That's why some people experience emotional releases when I do body work, right? When I put my hands on them and I release a certain muscle, they'll start to cry, they'll start to laugh, they'll start to experience emotion because their body hasn't fully expressed and felt that emotion in the past, right? Maybe someone closed them off. Maybe someone said something to them. They were happy all this and they were joyful. And then someone says, no, you can't, stop being so silly. Stop being so this. Stop being so that. And then they instantly shrivel up. So they experience the emotion halfway and then they close off. Or they've been molested or traumatized in the past. And that emotion is so powerful in their body that they haven't fully felt it and expressed it. They haven't cried all the way, or maybe they have, but they haven't healed it all the way, right? They keep replaying that emotion in their head. So when you have all these factors, when you have all these things going on in your mind and in your body, this is where your anxiety comes from. And when you don't have the awareness, when you don't meditate, when you don't practice self-care, when you don't follow the 6 principles, right, that I've talked about, properly hydrating yourself, properly eating, properly nutritionalizing yourself, right? And then not getting enough sleep, not using your mind properly, not thinking correctly, not moving your body correctly, right? And not breathing correctly. These 6 things, when you're not doing this correctly, best be guaranteed you will be having anxiety. Why? Because all of these practices, all these principles, each and every one of them, it's a tight-knit chain. If you get any one of them wrong, your bond, your link, your chain is as strong as the weakest link, okay? So you miss any one of these, I promise you, you're gonna experience some form of anxiety, you're gonna experience some sort of depression, you're gonna experience some unwanted emotion that you do not like or want in your life. And if you don't resolve this and you don't close out those tabs, each time you open up a new tab, you watch more information, you learn this new bit of information, you learn this and that and this and that and this and that, and then you have 1,000 open tabs in your mind, right? 1,000 open tabs in your mind. You are going to feel overwhelmed. You're going to feel full of anxiety, especially if you're nutritionally malnourished, right? Not having the nutrients on board, your body's even more stressed. Or you're eating too much junk food, too much Cheetos and potato chips and French fries, that is going to stress your body out more. All of this combined is going to be chaos, super chaos. And if you don't take the time to mind dump, right? Dump out everything on your mind onto a piece of paper. If you don't take the time to cleanse out the toxicity in your body, if you don't take the time to breathe and meditate and just be here, and rejoice in life and give yourself that break, that silence. If you don't give yourself that space and you just keep filling it with more and more and more information, food, funny things, entertainment, if you just keep stimulating yourself, you are going to go crazy, guys. You're going to go crazy. And I don't feel this way, or I haven't felt this way, because I learned to ground myself in my body. I work out. I just went and worked out. I worked out my chest, right? Build some muscles. And that's one of the ways you can get grounded in your body is through exercise, through proper movement. You have to move your body. Let that chaotic energy get expressed through your movement, right? Get rid of that excessive energy. Replenish your body with good food, and then breathe that fresh air. Go out to the mountains. Go out to nature. Breathe in that nature. Hug the trees. Spend time in nature and experience the energy, the revitalization of your body, right? Breathe in the good ions. Allow your body to get charged by nature. Refresh itself so it can harmonize with nature. Because when you're in the city life for too long, there's too much EMF pollution. There's too much static electricity around. There's other people's thoughts and emotions that you're feeling and picking up on. And if you don't believe me, you are not sensitive enough to feel this information, because when I'm around someone, I can feel their energy. And if I feel chaotic and nasty around them and I look at them, chances are they are chaotic and nasty. They're overweight. They have too much stress and anxiety going on, and I can pick up on that. So I distance myself from those people. But guys, I know most of this video was just me ranting and raving about why you're experiencing anxiety and not giving you too much practical steps. So I am going to give you a practical step, okay? In the next video that I'm about to film right after this, I'm gonna take you through a practice, a 5 to 10 minute practice that will get rid of your anxiety, that will get rid of potentially even your depression, right? I might make a separate video on this because anxiety and depression, eventually your anxiety or your suppressed emotions will become depression. But I will show you how, I will take you through a guided exercise, a 5 minute or so, maybe even 10, depending on how you're feeling, to get rid of your anxiety very, very quickly, okay? So I hope you enjoyed that. Give it a thumbs up if you did. Share it with a friend who has anxiety, and so that they're more aware of what's going on in their mind, because if you're not aware of what you're exposing yourself to, guys, you're not watching videos like this, you are gonna be anxious all of the time. So make sure you drink your water, make sure you eat your good food, and make sure you watch the next video so that we can fix your anxiety together. Have a good one. Peace.